in these conditions, which are increasingly getting windy with a bit of a bump on the water. And we've got these crews from France, Lithuania, Romania, the Netherlands, Ireland and Germany that we are going to see. And we close in from this drone shot. You can see the city of Bled just nestled here in this gorgeous countryside.
Morgan Bayel, furthest away from us from Le Havre, and Emma Lunati from Aviron, Grenoble, 23 and 24 respectively. In lane 1, the Lithuanians, the experience of Donata Karoline on the right of your picture, her new stroke woman. Dovile Rinkute, just 21 years of age, Karoline 33. There are the world champions. Simona Radis closest to us, who will stroke the women's 8, and her bow woman Ankuta Bodnar. The Dutch double, Laila Yusufu in the stroke seat. Spent a great time at the start chatting about the racing with her. In the bows, Rose de Jong. The experience of Sunita Puspura on the right of your picture, the Irish single sculler, bronze medalist in the World Championships with Zoe Hyde, her stroke woman. And again, great to see a German sculling crew in the finals. Leonie Menzel, the 23-year-old in the bows from Ruder Club Germania Düsseldorf, and Marianne Volz from Potsdam, the Berlin club, in the stroke seat.
France.
So it would be strange if the Romanians didn't win this race, but the Dutch will give it a real go. Lithuania or Ireland for the bronze medal, I guess, but let's see how the race unfolds.
Absolutely, let's see how this unfolds. The Romanians, as you say, coming into it as the world champions, but there was some confusion with their entry as to whether they were actually going to race as a double. And the double from the Netherlands, Laila Yusufu and Rose de Jong, have competed very well. They've sounded like they've had a great training camp coming into it. So here we see the Romanians getting away from the start, but I expect to see the Netherlands will be right with them. Big difference in stroke rates we can see there, that the Netherlands right down at 40, whereas the Romanians we see here, they're much more customary, sort of 44 strokes a minute, getting up and getting away.
Yeah, the Romanian crew was entered with Ankuta Bodnar and Adriana Morisanu, and Simona Radis, I think, was in the single or something like that.
Yeah, she was due to race in the single, but obviously they've made a change to put this combination back together.
I think Bodnar had an issue that once she sorted out that she could row at this World Championship, so Antonia Colominici put the double back together again. Lane 5, Donata Karoline and Dovile Rinkute spent a delightful half hour or so talking to Donata Karoline, mum of twins, Olympic bronze medalist back in Rio. She first raced on this lake in 2011 when you were here, Greg, for the World Championships. She qualified the single for the London Olympics.
Yeah, and she's got that confidence, I guess, and experience that comes with the fact that the rest of the field might have moved quickly, but that Lithuanian double there that we're closing in on now are the early leaders, as you suggested. The double back here in lane 5, not quite with it right now, but could still come back, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a sensational start from the Lithuanians, and you know, it just shows that at 33 years of age, Karoline still has it there, can still face the fear, can still blast out. She's such a good athlete, so smooth, of course. She won that bronze medal with Milda Vacukaite. Now, the powerhouse has retired, but she's got a new partner with Dovile Rinkute from the women's quad last year, the 21-year-old. Such a talent, and this Lithuanian combination, coached by Masilius Mikelanis in Lithuania, but overseen by Gianni Postiglione, the same guy that runs the Greek team as their consultant.
Well, it is brilliant to see the way the Lithuanians really are taking this on, and I was expecting perhaps they would come back. They're still at 38 strokes a minute, so slightly overrating the rest of the field, but they're holding that position and they're handling the tough conditions, handling the bumpy water very well.
Lithuania lead, you can see from the graphic that 12-metre margin. It's very close between Romania and the Netherlands. Romania just moving away. Bodnar and Radis they have not been challenged like this, I think, since, well, I haven't seen them challenged like this since, was it New Zealand that beat them in 2019 at the Links Worlds? So they had to settle for silver then, but, you know, since 2019 they've won everything. At the moment, the Romanians, well, they're in silver medal position. They've just got ahead of the Netherlands. They're the three medalists. That's the French coming through in fourth place.
It's a real dynamism, though, isn't there, about this Lithuanian crew? They're really moving quite quickly, quite cleanly, probably handling the tailwind conditions better than others. Looking now in with the Romanians. Again, 36 strokes a minute. The Lithuanians are up at about 38. You can see it there on the graphic. Will the Lithuanians be able to hold on to this? At the moment, they're in this difficult third quarter, and they're holding that lead, the Lithuanians. The smooth-looking Dutch here, what do you think of them, Martin?
I love watching the Dutch row. I think this double has got such flexibility, you know, great movement, coached by Friek Wobbers, the young Dutch oarsman who works with these guys. And, you know, just a shout-out for Imogen Grant, who's with us. I think that the time is a very quick time, particularly for the European record. The wind blowing up on this course, the world's best time, 6:37. We'll see 4:56, the world's best time through the 1,500-metre mark. But there is our fantastic drone shot of the boats, the TV cats following. And
well, you can actually see the waves, and it's actually really nice conditions, because I imagine it's going to be helping the athletes without churning up a big wave. And just look at this Lithuanian double here. They're keeping the stroke rate high, still up at 39, and just sitting up on top of the water. I'm sure it's not what the Dutch and the Romanians were really expecting, that I thought they would imagine they're in a race with each other. But it's Lithuanians here, still leading through with 500 to go.
It's only 4 seconds off the world's best time set by the Australian double on the Bosban in 2014. That shows you how fast the Lithuanians going. Little bit of a wobble there from Caroline in the bow seats.
Yeah, but I think that's going to happen in these kind of conditions. You're going to have those little wobbles. It's just whether they slow you down, and they're not really slowing them down badly here.
Well, talking yesterday with Caroline, and she questioned herself whether she still had the magic, you know, 33 years of age that she had when she was a youngster on this lake back in 2011. And it looks like you still have it, Donata. Leading the world champions, leading the Olympic champions by a little bit of clear water. The Dutch in third place, Bodnar and Radis. The Romanians, well, we've seen what Romania can do with the sprint. 7-metre gap between them and the Lithuanians, just 250 to go, less than 250. Who's your money on, Greg?
Well, we're coming into the red buoys here. I think if these Lithuanians can stay clean, then they will hang on for this gold medal, although Romania, as you can see, are closing this gap every stroke, coming down towards the line. The Romanians have probably got somewhere to go. The Lithuanians have been high in the rate the whole way. Romania looking to close the gap, but I can't help thinking as they're in front of us, 100 metres to go. The Lithuanians are hanging on here to about half a boat length.
Romania charging for the finish. They have charged, but Lithuania are still sticking there. The angle is deceptive. I think Romania are coming through for the finish. Lithuania hanging on. It will be Romania to take the gold medal at the finish. Romania come through for the gold medal from Lithuania. Heartbreak. Netherlands take the bronze. Oh, that is heartbreak for Lithuania after that, Skull. An amazing sprint from Bodnar and Radis, the world champions. Come back. I'm going to pass the microphone over to Imogen Grant for
some expert analysis. I mean, I was pointing at the Lithuanians thinking, no, they're going to hang on. But what about that?
Oh, my
Imogen?
goodness, what a race. That's a new European champ's best time by just under 6 seconds there. 6:40 is an unbelievably fast time for a women's double sculls. And, wow, that sprint from the Romanians. I mean, it seems to be the theme of the regatta at the moment. If you're less than a length up on a Romanian crew and you had hit the last 250 metres, you cannot say that you're going to win that race, and they timed that to perfection.
Yeah, they did time it to perfection. Do you think that's something they'll be able to repeat later in the year? Do you think other crews will manage to put on a sprint finish better than they're doing now? What is that about?
I mean, we'll have to find out. At the moment, that was pretty impressive. It's pretty early in the season. Some crews won't be quite fully race ready yet, and those sort of really high rate short stroke sprinting kind of muscle systems take a little bit more time to come online through the season. But if they're able to do that at the World Championships and also add more base speed, that's going to be a pretty formidable race.
Yeah, well, they are such great champions that we questioned them, didn't we, with the Lithuanians out in front by almost clear water in the middle.
Yeah, the Lithuanians there really, I mean, they very much nearly had it. It was, what was the margin at the end?
Well, here you can see it.
0.25 of a second, you know, less than half a metre in it. That kind of margin is really small when you consider that we're racing over 2,000 metres.
Just one of the Romanians there, and Kita Bodnar. How come you think this Romanian double's so quick, Imogen?
I think they do a lot of the basics really well. You know, they're powerful, they're neat, they row long and they row together. You can see how much that means to her, European champion, with Simona Radis, who has run off to race in the women's 8 in about 45 minutes' time.
Lovely to see that medal ceremony, and if any of you guys want to know more about rowing, one of the podcasts you can listen to is The Row Show. Lawrence Britton and Jake Green.